Hello, this is your winter weather outlook for Thursday and Friday. I'm trying a new winter weather format, so we're going to see how this looks, kind of mirroring our severe weather forecast. In fact, this is very similar to the severe weather event going on down south, and related to it, the north side of it, of course, producing snow over the Great Plains. But we aren't forecasting snow for the northern Great Plains because they get snow all the time. But places like central Pennsylvania are greatly affected by snow. Moderate impacts possible there. Widespread minor impacts possible throughout the rest of the Northeast. And so let's begin with central Pennsylvania. Moderate impacts mainly due to snow, 3 to 5 inches, isolated to 8 possible on Thursday. By Friday, another inch or so could fall. No watches or warnings yet. We'll likely have those tomorrow or the next day. As we can see, according to the NAM model, we could see significant amounts of snow greater than 6 inches in north central Pennsylvania, as well as a widespread area greater than 3 or 4 inches throughout much of central Pennsylvania into New York, and that's just by midday Friday. Thursday, like as we can see here, where it's in red, that's greater than a 60% chance of minor impacts. That yellow is greater than a 40% chance on the other side of the screen of moderate impacts. And so the colors are the same regardless of the image. And as we progress into the impacts further on, major impacts certainly possible throughout central Pennsylvania with extensive damage. I'm not seeing that as like the main focus, kind of a mid-grade, but this is like the beginning of the storm season. So a mid-grade storm has major impacts, even though it's mid-grade. By Friday, we see that snow progress into the northeastern United States, New York, New Hampshire, and Vermont. That's by Saturday morning. As you can see, minor impacts continue throughout those states with a large widespread area of minor impacts. Moderate impacts also very likely in portions of upstate New York through portions generally to, I guess, the main New Hampshire border, and with time that actually continues further into Maine. As we can see here, major impacts certainly possible as well, even extreme impacts possible along that New Hampshire Maine border, where probabilities for this will be maxed out. And you can even see that here on the GFS model, where by Sunday morning we could see in excess of 8 inches on the ground in certain areas. It looks like generally 3 to 6 inches across the board. Certainly some areas seeing more than that, and obviously some areas seeing much less than that. And it kind of depends on how that ground temperature is working, as it kind of is for these early season storms. And so that's all we have for today. I'll try to have more information on this tomorrow. We should begin to see watches and warnings, or at least winter weather advisories, be posted for these areas. That's all for now. Chris Dixon of Weather, Catholic Media.